Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome. It is my absolute pleasure to bring you the great SIVA Hydranet AMA. I'm serious. This is so exciting. It may not feel like it or seem like it at first, but it really truly is an honor for me to bring this program to you guys. Now, first, it's important to note the purpose of this AMA is kind of different than your standard AMA. Most of you should be familiar with these projects by now. So what we're actually here to discuss is less individual facets of these projects and more the importance of synergy and value creation in possibly working together. I want here mostly to bring excitement to the technical nuances surrounding these projects because they are completely unique and unlike almost anything else in the space. Standing by themselves, each are completely revolutionary. But I saw very quickly the possibility that if we plug them in together, that there might be a greater than the sum of its parts situation. Now, we're here to elaborate the collaborative potential. Both of these projects are bear market survivors who have been building this entire time. Hydranet, a revolutionary exchange that represents a chain agnostic solution towards the layer one problem, as I call it. Now, this show will get highly technical at times. I'm here to help make it as easy as possible for everyone to understand and get their questions asked and answered. Now, before we get started, I do have some disclosures, though. I'm not here at any point to tell anyone to buy or sell this project, but I can tell you that I hold a number of tokens, over 40,000 tokens specifically for Hydranet, and SIVA tokens. I have starter passes, I have the founder's pass, I have all of those things. The purpose of this content is not to speculate about price action or anything like that, but to enlighten future users and current users to the benefits of using these projects and what it could look like if they work together. We're here to give you an exciting taste of the future. Ideally, you will have never heard something like this before. And by the end of this presentation, I hope everyone has a glimpse of what could be. All right, thank you guys. And with that, I'd like to introduce the Hydranet team, represented by Joe, Philip, Max, Fedeparma, and Walleye. Representing SIVA will be 0x Joe, I'll call him SIVA Joe, and his brother Lars. My fellow D gentlemen, it's an honor to be here with you guys.
Nice. Thank you for your kind words. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, awesome introduction. Thank you, Nexus, and welcome everyone from the SIVA team too.
All right. With that big, warm welcome, I'd like it if we could dive right in. Now, if anyone needs any permissions to share on the screen so that they can pull stuff up, just let me know. Because you guys should all have permission. But I believe we were going to begin with a presentation from the Hydranet team on what they've been working on.
Yeah, correct. If you could give Fede the necessary permissions to
No problem.
share his screen.
I think I can share. Actually, let me check.
If not, you should now. That should let you in.
Let's see. Nope.
Nope.
Working.
Not working? Okay, one moment. Ah, I see the problem. Apologies there, folks. We had some technical difficulties. Okay. Aha, there's the permission. Okay. Okay, now we're getting this fixed. Apologies there, folks. All right, that permission
Okay.
should be greenlit now.
Yeah, I can see it. So let's
Beautiful.
start the streaming. Can you see it? Sharp and clear?
Yeah.
Great.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So, hello everyone. I am Fede Parma from the Hydranet team, and we are developing a completely decentralized exchange and a web wallet that allows us to interact with it. So this that you are seeing right now is our web wallet. This wallet embeds a Lightning network node inside it. So this is something that we have managed to do, and that no one else have already done before. So yeah, and this wallet this wallet supports all the EVM currencies and networks. We cannot support for any network. It can be Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, whatever kind of Ethereum virtual machine compatible network. And you cannot support for any ERC20 tokens, like you can do on MetaMask, for example. And of course, it also supports Bitcoin, the native Bitcoin asset, not just the wrapped ERC20 tokens. And as I said before, it supports also the Lightning Network. So you can send Bitcoin instantly to any other user through the Lightning Network. And so this is pretty exciting. So let's start with this screen. Here you can import your wallet by pasting the mnemonic, or you can also create one by creating the mnemonic and then, of course, saving it somewhere. So I already have created a mnemonic, so that and I have already deposited some funds in this wallet. So let me import this. Of course, now I will import this mnemonic. This is just a testnet wallet, so all the funds that you see here are on testnet. So let's import the mnemonic, and there we go. As you can see before, there was a small window that was loading. So in that very small period of time, the wallet was loading, was syncing to the blockchains, both the in this case Ethereum Girly blockchain, that is the testnet for Ethereum, and also the Bitcoin testnet blockchain. And also both the Lightning node and the Lithium node, Lithium is basically the protocol that we are developing and is just the Lightning network for the Web3. So it's basically very similar to the Lightning network. It's still a payment channel solution that we are developing, but it's for all the EVM assets. So for Ethereum, for USDC, all the ERC20 tokens on any EVM compatible network. So right now you can see all the assets that I have in this wallet. I have some Bitcoin, I have some USDC on Ethereum Girly, and some Ethereum on Ethereum Girly. And I already opened a Bitcoin channel. So this is a Lightning Network channel where I deposited some Bitcoin in it. And as you can see, I've already made some payments. So I have some balance that I can send and some balance that I can receive. So for the ones of you that are not really familiar with the Lightning Network, you can basically open a channel with another peer and with another user, with another peer, with another node in the Lightning Network, and you can deposit some funds into this channel, and all the funds that are in this channel are kept off-chain, so are off the blockchain. And while they are inside this channel, then you can send and receive funds instantaneously without paying any fee. So you don't have to pay any fee on the blockchain. You don't have to wait the 10 minutes on average for a block, for a Bitcoin block. You can just send your funds and the other peer will receive them instantaneously. So yeah, this is a channel, a Bitcoin Lightning channel that has already been opened, and we can show, for example, the details of the channel. You can see the channel ID, the counterparty peer ID. You can see that this had 5 confirmations, and yeah, and we of course can also make some payments through it, and we will do it later. So here in the transaction page, you can see the transaction history of my wallet. So this has been created very recently, almost 1 hour ago, for this demo. For this demo, basically, and I've already sent to myself some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, and some USDC and USDT. So you can see that all the transactions have been confirmed. You can see the date here, the amounts, the type of the transaction, and you can also see here under the details, you can see that you have the link to the Explorer. So in this case, it's the, what was that? Yeah, the USDT, the USDT receiving in the wallet. And we can also inspect, for example, the one for Bitcoin. So yeah, there it is. This is the transaction for Bitcoin. And all right, so this is how our wallet currently looks like. We are implementing features as we develop them, and we have already also implemented some settings for this wallet. So you can choose your theme, if light or the dark theme. You can also choose the primary color, the background tone, whatever you prefer. So there is some customization that you can do, and also of course choose the fiat currency that you want to display. So the pricing API, as you can see here, is not implemented yet. We will do it very shortly in the next weeks. And so you for now just see the asset values, the asset amounts in your wallet, but you don't see the the fiat value of those currencies. So I guess we can now, if you don't have any question, then we can start making some transactions. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you for your presentation, Fide. Great presentation. And
So cool.
yeah, just to highlight a few things. For everyone who is using currently the core DEX, which is like the first layer 3 DEX of its own, but of course not perfect yet. And that's why we're working on stuff like what Fide has just been showing. That the synchronization time, especially the first sync, is usually expected to take a few minutes. And as you've seen today, you weren't really able to read the whole announcement screen, and then everything was already synced. We're using a rapid sync gossip, rapid gossip sync, as far as I know. So the sync time is down to a few seconds. Even if you're setting up more or less fresh, it's syncing incredibly fast, and yeah, that's just one major improvement, that you don't need to wait a few minutes or maybe 10 minutes if your internet, if your Wi-Fi connection is a bit slow. But instead now you can do it online, mobile, and you only need a few seconds. So that's like only one improvement, but already like a big breakthrough in comparison to what it's now. So yeah. Before we continue, we would also like to state again that this is like not even released to closed beta yet. So that's something we want to release quite soon to closed beta. But yeah, it's like still alpha. So if there's like some hiccups today, please expect it, that we are aware that this is definitely not ready for anything public, but already on a state where we want to showcase a few things. Also, at the beginning, you had to input a seed phrase at a website, which of course we don't really like. So in a few weeks till months, we will have our own signer extension, and then you just need to use sign extension one time to set everything up. You don't need to input your seed phrase in any website anymore, because we think this is a bad security practice. But as we haven't developed yet the sign extension, that's what we're currently doing. But just for the gurus and freaks who are very focused on security, be relaxed, this won't hit mainnet in the state where it is right now. So yeah, thank you, Fede, again for the great presentation. You've already also glimpsed look at the channels overview. We plan to have, once they are live, different Bitcoin assets, and right now they're trending and might get even more major with the BRC20 tokens, which is like the equivalent to ERC20 tokens. So you could also have these assets in the Bitcoin channel. We are waiting on the implementation of splicing, which will of course change a few things, but we are already preparing the wallet for having splicing implemented, which will be a huge user experience upgrade for everyone who is using Lightning, as it will be quite similar to Lithium. So yeah, Fede, I guess I give the mic back to you, and good luck with trying out some transactions.
All right, thank you very much. And yeah,
So
you're perfectly
cool.
correct. So we will be developing our own signer extension. So it will be very similar to MetaMask, just to be clear, but it will also include support for Bitcoin and the Lightning Network too, so that you can sign both the transactions that are being broadcasted on the blockchain, so the Bitcoin on-chain transaction, and of course the Ethereum and all the EVM transactions, but also the off-chain payments, so that you can be sure that you are sending a payment also off-chain. You can verify it through the extension, and you can then sign it and send it. And all of these will be, of course, integrated with our DEX. So as Joe said, the core DEX right now takes some minutes on startup, and you also have to download a desktop application to run it. So to have our current wallet, you need to download it, and to interact with the decentralized exchange, you need this application installed in your machine. With this new web wallet, you can just run it inside your browser, and so you can do it both from your desktop or from your mobile application, for your mobile browser. We will also create a desktop application also like our Cordex, and we will also manage to create a mobile application for both iOS and Android in the next year. So yeah, this is our roadmap, and you can basically use our software from anywhere.
Oh, that's
So-
incredible.
All right, so yeah, I'll show then some transactions so that I can show you that they work. So let's say we want to send to ourselves, I don't know, maybe some USDC. Then you can click on receive, and here you can see that you can receive this token both on-chain or off-chain. So why is that? Because as I said before, with a Lithium channel, that is the EVM counterparty for Lightning, let's say, then you can open a channel and you can receive some funds through that channel, so basically off-chain. So in this case, you can receive it both via an invoice, like with the Lightning Network, but this is not implemented yet in the Lithium protocol, so we can't do that. Or also just by giving to your counterparty peer your wallet address, so that he can just send to you some funds off-chain, so instantaneously and without any fee. And now we will show the on-chain receiving. So here, this is your EVM wallet address. You can just copy it, and then let's just send to ourselves some funds. So here, this is the send model. You can send funds both on-chain and off-chain. Let's send some funds. Here, let's paste the address, and let's send to ourselves 10 USDC. Here you can choose the transaction speed, so how much fee you're willing to pay for your transaction to be broadcasted in the next or the next few blocks. Here there is the overview of the fee, and then you can just send it. You will be asked to confirm the transaction, and when in the future we will integrate the signer extension, so the MetaMask-like extension, then this will also show up in your extension so that you can confirm the transaction there, and then you can just click confirm, and boom, transaction sent. So here we can open the Explorer link, and as you can see, we have now the transaction that is pending. And this is sending from our address to ourselves the 10 ERC20 tokens USDC. So this is the transaction. And
Cool.
yeah, so this is it. So now we can also, for example, show the maybe an opening of another Bitcoin channel so that we can show also that works. So to open a channel, you have to choose this transfer, to click on this transfer button. So the transfer is what allows you to transfer funds to off-chain. So in case of a channel opening, for example, or a channel deposit, and transfer to on-chain, this will be basically the closing of your channel or the withdrawal of funds from the channel to the blockchain. So in this case, we want to open a channel, so we are transferring funds off-chain. And so we can specify the amount that we want to, that we want to deposit inside our Bitcoin channel. We have these funds available, so maybe let's just open a, what's this, 10,000 Satoshis channel. And then let's click to transfer off-chain, confirm this, and the funds have been transferred. And so as you can see here, the transaction is now in the mempool pending confirmation, and we are opening a Bitcoin Lightning channel directly from our browser. So yeah, this is pretty great, I think.
Oh, that's
All right.
excellent.
And yeah, as you can see here, the channel is now opening. You can see the peer. This is our current hub, the peer address of our current hub. And if we see the details, then we can see that we have the channel ID, that has not been confirmed yet. And yeah, it's now opening. Where is it? Okay, it's now opening. This is the 10K Satoshis that we deposit into the channel. And if you want to have a look yourself, then I will post this in the chat. I can't do that. Maybe, Nick, can you please allow me to send the messages?
I totally thought I did. That's very strange. Okay, hang on. Give us just a moment there, Chief. And we'll slap that down. Excellent. And to those listening, we are dropping airdrops here as these guys are sharing with us this juicy alpha. I'm over here salivating at this. I mean, this is incredible. Like it's way prettier and easier to manage than MetaMask is. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely more powerful than just MetaMask. You can basically see everything from our wallet. Of course, an extension like MetaMask allows you to keep your mnemonic separated from your wallet. And so, yeah, this is also why we are developing the signer extension too. Yeah, so I still can't send the message, but in the meanwhile, I think I can maybe show an off-chain payment through the already opened Lightning network channel. So to do that, you can just click on send from your wallet page, and you can just choose send off-chain as we have seen before, and then we can just pay an invoice that is created from another peer. So yeah, in this case, I will create an invoice on the hub. So let me just do it quickly. Okay, so this is the invoice. I'll paste it here. And I pasted the invoice. Our application will parse the invoice and will show you that the invoice that has been created has this 10k Satoshi amount that has a validity of 2 days, and you can just send the funds through this invoice. So let's see if this works. Send. You are sending 1k Satoshi in Bitcoin off-chain. Confirm this, and yes, transaction sent. So we have now successfully paid an invoice directly from the browser through our channel. So as you can see here, probably I should have pointed out this before, this was at 85% if you didn't notice, and now it has 75% because we sent some funds to the other side of the channel. So now we can receive 0.000025 Bitcoin, while previously it was just 1,500 Satoshis. And so, yeah, this was one of the first Lightning payment directly from a browser.
That's great. I
Yeah,
love seeing
congrats
that.
on
Wow.
the successful transactions. We are a bit scared actually to showcase it because we were, FIDE were introducing a few last minute changes just today. And I've seen a few more PRs from Max too, which
Uh-oh.
were related to sending Bitcoin today, which is always a bit tricky, but yeah, it's working very stable. We are using LDK and which is a great library, I guess. And Feed is a great guy, and also I think we have built up a very great team, which is already making some breakthroughs here, with bringing Bitcoin really to the masses. As far as I know, there are really great non self-custodial Bitcoin and Lightning wallets yet, and we will basically offer both of these kinds. We will, but also offer a lot of more chains, a lot of more coins and tokens under the hood, and of course later we will add the swap part or the DEX part, where you can then interact with every chain and act cross-chain and swap your assets from one chain to the next. And this will basically be the end goal. And it will be available to so many more people in comparison to what we have now, because right now it's only available for Windows and partially on Linux, but not for macOS users, and of course also not for mobile users. And a lot of the people nowadays are using crypto from the mobile phone, and we are giving a solution to them. So we will, it's no matter where you are, if you're at a laptop or a personal computer at work or at your mobile phone on your toilet, you will always be able to like interact with the wallet and later also interact with the DEX. And we guessed it's like a gigantic step ahead, reaching the masses, and improving the fees. Especially right now, we are improving the the lithium fees, which is basically the state channel solution for all the RVM sites. So basically everything that's not Bitcoin, we will use lithium for. That's also one thing that FIDE has been working on for almost 1 year now. And it will be so much more cheaper than Connex Vector. Right now, it's not really that cheap to set up a Connex channel with the high Ethereum fees. But we estimate, like, really I want to make it clear as an estimation, not like final numbers, because we're still working on gas optimization right now. But we think it will be 80 to 90% cheaper setting up a channel with lithium. And once you've set up your channel, you don't have to pay any gas fees anymore. And so that's really nice. And we are making some waves. So yeah.
Definite strides.
So what if I try to open a lithium channel now? Let's see. So as you can see here, we can just transfer some, we have some Ethereum on chain. So if you want to open a lithium channel, then we can just go to transfer to off chain. And by the way, this is just our way to show a very easy and simple user interface to the end users. But if there are more advanced users in the community that want to have a more a finer that are more advanced and want to see everything regarding the channels, want to handle all the possible operations that they can do on the channels, then we will also allow that through the channels page. So, but for now, we just implemented this very simple and basic user interface that, is probably very easy for new users, for users new to this kind of technologies to be onboarded. So, yeah, let's try to open a channel. Let's try to open a 0.001 Ethereum channel, Lithium channel. So let's transfer some funds, confirm, and funds have been transferred. So as you can see, we are sending some funds from our address to this address. This address is the contract address of the Lithium channel, of the Lithium contract in Ethereum Gurley, in the Gurley testnet. So this is the contract that we are using for now for testing purposes, but we, as Joe already said, are working on optimizing it even more to reduce gas fees even more and to make it cheaper and to improve it. So as you can see, the channel is opening. So if you go to channels, as you can see, we have now an Ethereum channel, Lithium channel opening in our wallet. So now when, this has 2 block confirmations. So now very soon after, I think 12 confirmations is the current setting, this should show as active. And then from this, you can just send your funds off chain.
Wow, just like, it's like that. It's so fast.
Yeah,
Fast and easy.
it's really like if you're used to do some Bitcoin or if you're a mainnet transactions, once you're like using if you're doing a few off-chain transactions, you really hate everything on-chain. But yeah, you still gotta interact with it from time to time. We shouldn't hide this fact. But in the best case, if you do a good channel setup, it's really rare that you have to interact with on-chain again, because with a good setup, you can do a lot of stuff off-chain, do 1,000 trades back and forth, whatever you want to, and not using on-chain for one trade basically. But and also very nice to see that everything is working so far. All right, Fidi, do you have anything else to say? Because we've been talking already for like close to 40 minutes, and I thought we would take like 10 minutes. So we should also give the SIVA team, of course, some time.
I was not sure how
no
long it would
worries.
take us to get through, but it was so cool.
Sorry. I would also.
If it took too long, but
No, that's no problem. Like, I guess everyone was really
Perfect.
stunned.
No, we kept it to the rundown, guys. Like, it's we covered what we wanted to cover.
So I will, before we move to SIVA, it would be great if I could quickly give an update regarding the API and LSSD, what we are currently working on the Cortex. So as you maybe know, so the Cortex is like the first version of the product we're building. It's like a downloadable application with multi-currency wallet. It's a light wallet, so you don't need to download all the chains. So this wallet is live and available for everyone in mainnet. And it's working with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Arbitrum so far. But it has some drawbacks. Like we already mentioned, the sync time is not very fast. You need to download stuff, only available on Windows, but nevertheless, it's just proving that we are able to achieve cross-chain swaps between Bitcoin, Ethereum in a native way using off-chain state channels. So it's really cool to see actually. But another drawback is that the wallet needs to be online to keep limit orders up. So that's why we are currently working on a headless version, so no graphic user interface that can be run in the background of servers, virtual machines, and as a Docker container. And this headless version is called LSSD. which is basically short for Lightning Swap Service Daemon. And it provides an interface to interact with the order book, place limit and market orders for bots. And we have already a working version, which is currently operated by a few devs to provide the initial liquidity on the order book. And we are now also working on a market maker version. And yeah, there are still some channel interaction features missing, but we are working to get this implemented too. And then it will be open source, will be made public along with a complete bot setup, so everyone is able to do one bot setup. And would be great if I could share some screens in the chat. Is this possible, Nexus? If you could give me permissions, because I have a few screenshots. Not sure if I'm allowed
It
to.
should be good. I don't know how I managed to botch it that badly. Apparently I did though.
So I'll interrupt my streaming.
Bizarre.
I would just like to drop a few stats,
I see how that happened.
if that's possible, in the AMA HDN SIVA chat. Yeah, okay, thank you. Just 1 second.
Just making sure all my boys got permissions here.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
So we'll just drop a few screenshots, which we are doing from the market maker bot for the grid bot, and you can see various orders have been created. In this case, it's Bitcoin on versus Arbitrum USDT. You will see some swap rates. One of the latest was 269 orders, failed orders 0, which basically makes 100% swap success rate. Of course, I guess reality is never 100%. In this case, so far, it is still 100%. But that's basically what everyone else will also be able to run. So the liquidity and also the volume is expected to increase a lot by making it possible to have to provide liquidity and volume 24/7 by just running the LSSD on your server as Docker container, whatever you prefer. And you can draft some trading strategies, what you prefer, but basically the Cortex will be available to you every time. And so that's in short, because I don't want to spend too much time talking about ourselves. We also want to get to know SIVA more. And we are definitely above 40 minutes. So if there are no questions right now, I guess we get to questions later. Not sure, Nexus.
Yeah, there's a couple questions that have come up, but they're very pointed. So if you want, we can address them now. If you want, we can also move on, and I can address them in a little bit.
Okay, I just read. Maybe I just answer 1 or 2 questions. Baron Iceland asks, will integration of LTC and other Lightning connected assets be possible in upcoming web decks? LTC won't be possible because their L&D isn't updated yet, as far as I know. Other Lightning-based assets, if they're, for example, BSC20 tokens, if they're more or less Bitcoin tokens, it should be possible. If you can correct me. And we are hybrid swaps is what we'll be looking at in some future, but right now we don't have the capacity for it. But we also think that maybe Lightning to Arbitrum might be interesting without state channel technology, but that's pre-research state.
I would like also to add another thing. So the Lithium protocol that we are developing, we are trying to develop it as much blockchain agnostic as possible, so that we can implement it for any other blockchain that has support for smart contracts. So we can just rewrite the smart contracts with the same logic also for other blockchains, like for example for Solana or other smart contract capable blockchains, and we can use the same off-chain logic, the same off-chain lithium off-chain protocol logic for this. So we can use lithium for any other kind of blockchain that has support for smart contracts. So yeah, after we have stabilized everything with this web wallet and started implementing also the DEX features, so the interaction with the order book and all the other stuff that is currently missing, then we will also try to expand the Lithium protocol to other blockchains.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I guess
Amazing.
we really crossed the amount of time now. So yeah, thank you for your
Oh, that's so cool.
patience so far, and let's stay tuned what else will be discussed, and we will hand the mic over to SIVA.
You got it. Nice work, guys. That was awesome.
Awesome, yeah, definitely. It was already mind-blowing, and it's still getting better with each AMA. To be honest, it's amazing to see the new changes, and I can't really wait to talk more behind the scenes about all the possible implementation opportunities we have. It's amazing, but we'll definitely come to this in a little while when we talk a little bit about SIVA. Should I dive directly in, Nick, or do you have something that you want
Absolutely.
to? Okay,
I
perfect.
guess the only thing I'd take this moment to announce is that, as usual, we are going to be giving rewards away for the questioners. So those of you who are asking questions, and if you're getting pinned, you're already eligible. So you're in the running for the rewards packages. Anyone who wants to participate and ask a question of either or both projects, you are more than welcome. The reward is going to be a special gift package that we'll tell you about at the end of the show.
Awesome. Contains a lot of nice Christmas gifts.
Yep. Yep. Christmas gifts from Wolfies, from Hydranet, and from SIVA. All of us are giving
yes.
stuff away for you. So that's the mid-roll announcement, as it were. Joe, fire away.
Okay, perfect. So SIVA, what is this? We developed an engaged earn ecosystem for you guys, basically. So for all community members all around the world in all Web3 communities, that you get rewards for, yeah, basically engaging with your friends and with your fellow community members in Discord and on other social medias. And we started in Discord. This is important to know because we are mainly known for our Discord bot, but we can basically reward human engagements really independent of the underlying client. And I will definitely quickly show you how easy it is to get started with SIVA. So this is our official server right here. And you just join a server and you engage with the community. Let's say we add a reaction to this message, and you will see that we get a notification. And these are the rewards that I just received just for adding the reaction. And there are, of course, cooldowns. So if I add another reaction, or this is from me, self reactions are, of course, not allowed. You will see that I did not receive any notification because I have a cooldown on this engagement. And yeah, this is really the main idea behind SIVA, that we want to reward valuable actions. And the cool thing is you can now directly go in Discord and check your balance. And you can see that you earned what we call engagement points. And these, it's important to know because see it more like payback points that you get for the engagements. And these payback points can be converted to cryptocurrencies. And you can see this is my actual current balance in the public ecosystem. And I could now choose to withdraw into these tokens that we currently provide to it through our public ecosystem. And if you say, okay, I have enough points, I want to withdraw something, you simply type withdraw. You choose the amount of points that you want to withdraw. In this case, let me withdraw 1,000. And it shows you in which tokens we provide for you to withdraw into. And you see the amounts that you will receive when you do the withdraw. So let's choose the SIVA token, for example. And what now happens in the background, we convert your engagement points to cryptocurrency and we send it directly to your MetaMask wallet. So once this is done, you can view the transaction. And you can see that it's of course currently pending, but it's on Polygon, so it should be quite fast. And you can directly see the amount that we send to your MetaMask wallet. And this is really how easy it is to make money with SIVA. And why we are doing this is because we saw this huge correlation between active community engagement and the success of a project. And yeah, I think we really achieved this goal. So everywhere where we see SIVA, we see a huge engagement spikes, and we keep it on a constant level because we reward natural engagement. So you don't have to do a screenshot, provide a screenshot somewhere, and wait for the team to manually process the rewards. Everything is fully automated with SIVA. And let's quickly see if we have confirmations. Yeah, perfect. So now you see that the SIVA has arrived on your MetaMask. You can go to where are we? Sorry, on QuickSwap. Exactly. Now you can go to QuickSwap, and you can swap into another token, or of course, which would be definitely maybe a better way, just keep it on your wallet. Because we will introduce what we call a HODL-based reward system, which is basically like soft staking. So the more SIVA you hold, the more rewards you get. And we are an engage to earn ecosystem, so we will have a small engagement factor that will be factored into the whole equation. So the more you have engaged within a certain amount of time, the more rewards you will receive. Not only by holding the SIVA tokens, as I said, but when you have engaged, you earn even more. And this gives you a short overview over the public ecosystem. It's really as easy as it gets. But what we want to show you today is, I think this is one of the coolest things about SIVA, is that you can build your own engage to earn ecosystem. So this is mainly focused on founders that really want to provide their own tokens and only their own tokens, and use their NFTs as a requirement. And this is what I want to showcase today. And I try to do it as fast as possible without being too fast. And just maybe Nexus, you're good in just disrupting me when I go too fast. And if there are
You're
any
good.
questions at any time, just disrupt me and chime in. So for this example, we've chosen the Nifty Keepers project. It's another project from the SIVA founders, and a lot of other people. We have 15 founders, and they use the white label solution. And now I will show you how you can set it up to really make SIVA your own engage to earn ecosystem, which includes your own bot, your own image, your own avatar. We really want to go out of the way as far as we can. And so the first step is to purchase or to mint a founder pass. You can mint them on our website, or you can buy them on OpenSea. And once you have acquired a founder pass, you invite the SIVA bot to your server. You engage the first time, which creates the project. And after the project has been created, this is right here, you will be able to access the backend. And this is the initial view. And the important thing to know about SIVA, we saw these balances over here. I think it was right here. These tokens are provided by the SIVA company or by other projects. For example, the BETS token is from the BETS World project. It's an online casino where you can have on-chain games. It's really awesome. And what they did, they contacted us and wanted to provide their tokens to our public ecosystem to get more exposure to their token. And the cool thing is that we invented a solution that we can onboard new projects in a non-custodial way. And the way how it goes is that you when you enter the backend, and there's not a requirement to hold a founder pass, by the way, so you can become a partner without holding a founder pass. And just to quickly show you how easy it is when we onboard new partners. So you create what we call a relay wallet, which is a non-custodial wallet, which holds basically the liquidity pool for your community. We have a handy link over here, and this is really like a pretty straightforward process to create everything. You just click on create relayer. You say Nifty Keepers test wallet, for example, and you choose the network that you want to provide the tokens that you have chosen on, basically. So these are the supported networks over here. We could, for example, choose Polygon. You click on create, and there are 2 things that you have to insert, or 3 things in the back end. This is the created wallet address, the API key, and the API secret. This is our way how we can transfer the tokens to the users. And this is what I have already done, just to spare a little bit of time. And the next step would be to go to tokens. And let's say we want to provide the SIVA tokens through the public ecosystem. We could just add token. We tick this is partner token. We choose the Polygon as the network, the address. And this is the most important variables in our ecosystem is this setup right here. So the engagement point multiplier and the minimum payout amount, which basically says something like how many tokens is one engagement point. So in this case, we say
Yeah, that's how you
one
adjust the dial for the community, right?
Yeah,
That's the rewards
exactly.
dial, as it were.
Yeah, or if the
Okay.
prices go up too fast and you have to adjust to the current market situation, you just go into
Yeah.
the back end, change it to from 0.001 to 0.02, for example, and the settings, the changes are instant. So there's no time involved or to wait for some confirmations. And another thing is you can add in a link to more details about the tokens, and you hit save. And this is basically it. The next step would be, as a partner, you go to the Relay wallet right here, and you transfer the tokens that you want to provide to our public ecosystem to your own Relay wallet. And the cool thing is, at any time, you can just go to your Relay wallet, withdraw everything. You can pause the Relay wallet, or you can just recreate the API keys, which removes the access from the SIVA engage to earn ecosystem. So your tokens are, I don't really could come up with another more safe way to handle it and keep it non-custodial. And so now the fun begins, because now we are about to set up the white label solution. And as I said, you have a founder pass, and you enter the wallet address that holds the founder pass simply in this little input field, and you hit update. And if everything went well and the founder pass is valid, the premium version or the white label solution, this is something that you will be able to choose soon. Premium will have more payouts, so the rewards will be way higher, but it's a paid model. And the white label solution is something that we will set up now. It's when you create your own engage to earn ecosystem, use your NFTs as a requirement to receive rewards. And so we see that we have way more settings right now. And let's start again from the bottom up. We have already created the Relay wallet, so that's fine. We want to provide the SIVA token as a withdraw option. And for example, let's say we want to add native Matic, for example, that we want to provide as a withdraw option. As I just have shown you, this one over here. This is native Matic on the Matic network. And we again set up the multipliers and the minimum payout amount. Let's make it a little bit higher. And set up the link. And instantly, these both tokens will be provided as an option when we go to the Nifty Keepers. We should already be able to see them in the balance command. And these are the tokens we just added in the backend. It's Matic on Polygon, and it's the SIVA token. So it instantly is available in the whole ecosystem. And the next step would be to say, okay, we want to reward someone who holds. We can use any NFT collection, but let's just for the ease of use, let's use the SIVA starter passes. Let's say if someone holds between 1 and 9 SIVA starter passes, he should get a higher reward. So how we do this is we just add another NFT contract, choose ERC721 on Polygon. We enter the contract address from the starter passes, and it has been added to the requirement set. So just to have a little bit more options, let's add another one, the SIVA founder passes, just to have a few more options. So the next thing would be to go to the requirements and just do what we basically just said. So we want to have a non-fungible token balance from the SIVA starter passes, and this should be between 1 and 9. And we save it as a requirement. And the next should be if someone holds more than 9, meaning 10 or more, he should get even more rewards. So this is something we will set up in a second. So we say SIVA starter pass, hold 10, and we leave this field blank. And you will see that this requirement is met when you hold 10 or more. We have way more requirements. So we could, for example, say if you hold a specified amount of SIVA, let's say 1000 SIVA or more, just as a requirement. We could say if you have a specified Discord role, for example, let's say the Keeper 2 role, we can have this as a requirement. And another thing is that we have daily quests now as a requirement, so you can choose between the current daily quest streak, the highest daily quest, or total daily quests. So there are a lot of requirements that you can really set up for your community. And the next step would be,
These
because we
are
have
super
integrated,
important because, like, this is how you kind of token gate the parts of your community from the other parts of the community. Like, arguably,
Exactly, yeah.
Collab Land. All of this just made Collab Land obsolete.
Yeah, it does. And the cool thing is that we can really say that on every rewarded engagement, we check the requirements and the rewards. So we the next step will be we can set up rewards, and we can give someone a specified Discord role. Let's say in the Nifty Keepers, let's say the Nifty Whale, and we can say as a requirement, it should be hold more than 1000 SIVA. We just give it a name. Maybe I like SIVA Whale.
Oh.
Oh, damn. And now everyone who holds more than 1000 SIVA will get the whale role automatically in Discord, in the right Discord, only of course when the role is available. And this is really how you can effectively token gate your community and make sure that everyone really holds the tokens, because we verify it on every rewarded engagement. This is what makes us really unique from all others. I think they have like a cron job that runs every 5 to 10 minutes or something. And yeah, we are really in real time. So everyone who has engaged, you can be sure that he really holds the amounts that are required to receive the role. And one last thing that I wanted to show you for the requirements, that we have, you can set project levels as a requirement. And we haven't created some yet, so let's just click here. And we made a few presets, so we can have 5 or 10 levels really quickly added. You can just add more levels by adding level, say add level and so on. But presets make lives easier. So and now you can set these levels as a requirement too. So for example, you can now say the project level should be between 2 and 3. And everyone who has between 2000 and 4999 XP will receive this reward. And this is always important, that you have to know what the end goal should be. So you have requirements and you have rewards and how you want to order it. And everything else can be really done by the system. As you see, it's really capable of making it fully customized and really your own. And now we move forward to the rewards. And because I think this is the most
That's the part everyone cares about.
intriguing part. Yeah. And we already showed you the Discord roles. So in all servers that the bot is invited to, currently he's only in the Nifty Keeper server, so we only have access to these roles. we can assign the requirements and you receive this role, and we make sure that you have the role every time that you engage. So the next reward types that we have is experience points, and they count towards the levels that we have just set up. And just for ease of use, let me call it small XP package. And let's say we make it 10 experience points. And we will not add any requirements. So this will be like free for all. And let's quickly do it for the engagement points too. Small EP package. And as I said, the engagement points are the payback points, really the resource that you can convert into cryptocurrency. And we have it for the public ecosystem that the free amount is I think 10 engagement points currently. So let's just keep it like this and build the public ecosystem. And now we can use the requirements that we have set up. So let's say we have this requirement to hold 1 to 9 starter passes. Let's just call it the reward like this. And we want to reward someone who holds 1 to 9 with 5 more engagement points. And this is really the magic of SIVA behind this, the scenes, is that you can now assign the requirements that we have set up to all rewards. And for example, this would be this requirement over here. Maybe I can make it a little bit larger. And so we simply check the box and we hit save reward. And now you see that we have this reward and it has requirements, and we have connected these requirements with AND. And this is another thing when you want to have a more complex role, basically, that you could add another requirement. Let's say you hold. Oh, we haven't set up the. Let's quickly do this. The requirement should be to hold 1 SIVA founder pass. And the requirement has been created. Now we go here, we go into this reward, and we attach a second requirement. So we have now the requirements are connected with AND, which means that both of these requirements must be met to be eligible for the reward. And we want them to have 1 to 9 starter passes or a founder pass. So we go to edit, and we change the operator to OR, and click on save. And now you will receive the reward when you hold between 1 and 9 starter passes or 1 or more SIVA founder passes. And to reward someone who holds more than 10, let's say hold 10 plus starter passes. We want to give them, we double up and say they get another 10. So now when we select this and create it, we have this reward right here. And we have 1 requirement that, and this is when you hold 10 or more of the starter passes. And yeah, we're coming close to the really fun part where everything will come beautifully together. And one thing that I forgot to show you is we created our own Discord bot for Nifty Keepers. And how this works is you simply navigate to apps, you click on this quick link over here, you click on new application, choose the name, and you can add team members, and you click on create, and this is basically it. We have, of course, more details in your documentation, but I think it's not worth going about it in too much detail. But the only thing that's required, we need the bot token to communicate with the bot, and this is what gets entered right here. You just hit save app, and everything is set up for the Discord app. And yeah, now we come basically to an end. We have requirements, we have rewards, we have NFTs and tokens, everything configured. The general page is really just to set up the what we call community hub. So when we go to explore, you can see that you can go to this profile page via this vanity URL, and we have a few more options to engage your community. So we have vote to earn. We have no active votes currently, but we had one, and we have chat to earn, which will be included, I think, in January, which is a wallet-to-wallet chat. And what's pretty cool is we have slot machines, and this works all for the white label solution. For everyone who has a white label solution, they have automatically all play to earn games included in their service. And you can spin a few rounds on the slot machine, and you see that here again you earn engagement points. So it's the same engagement points that you earn in Discord is what you can spend here or earn more here in the slot machine or in the high-low. So you can just play a few rounds of high-low. And
As Brendan Fraser said in The Mummy, I only gamble with my life, never my money.
yeah, it's exactly. It's not money; it's engagement points, right? So we have a huge disclaimer. This is not a casino. It's in fact legal because it's the engagement points basically have no value, and this is important because a lot of, or basically all social medias do not allow you to earn something that has an immediate value. And this is why you earn something that is just a value in a database. But as you just saw, you can convert it to something else, like cryptocurrencies, for example. The next thing is you can add rewards to level ups. So if someone levels from level 1 to level 2, you can configure a reward and give him another engagement points, for example. We have the Telegram bot, which will be implemented very soon. This is one of the announcements today that we have it working in the test net currently, and I think this year will be the release of the Telegram bot. And now we actually come to the fun part. So we just saw that I added a reaction in Discord and I received rewards. And this is the screen where you can control which rewards someone should receive for which actions. So for example, we have this add reaction and write message. And now let's just choose write message. And you can customize the cooldown to an extent, and just leave it on default.
I'll take a
And now we
screenshot
just-
of the back end too, so people can see what that looks like.
Yeah, awesome. So now we just choose the rewards someone should get for writing a message. We hit save, and we see that the rewards have been assigned to writing a message. And now if we go to the Nifty Keepers Discord server, and we say, hey all, for example, we see that we have notifications in the bot commands. This is optional, so we have activated the notifications because it's just feels good to see when you get a reward for doing something. And you can see that I hold 10 starter passes, or I think even more. And this is why I received these rewards. And when we add a reaction, for example, we have not assigned any rewards yet, so we don't receive anything. If we want to add rewards to adding a reaction, you just go to edit and we attach the rewards again. And if I'm not in the cooldown right now, which maybe I'm... Oh no, I'm not. You can now see that the rewards that are just attached to adding a reaction are now rewarded for adding the reaction in the Discord server. And this was the Discord part and the web-based part. And the newest addition that we have is that you can reward your users or your members on x.com or on Twitter too. So we already had a working solution back in the days a few months ago. But the release date was the exact date when the Twitter API was being just basically closed down. So it's not really available anymore with anything that makes sense. So we had to come up with another solution, and we released it I think two weeks ago. And you can configure it pretty easy. It's let's make a small test if everything works as expected. So you can now choose the action of from the user. It could be a tweet or a quote tweet, and a comment. So let's start with the tweet, and the criteria can currently be a mention, a slogan, which is basically just a text that gets matched, and the username has to include a certain text too. So let's say keeper for Nifty keepers, for example. Let's test it with a mention. Let's go to x.com and quickly copy the Hydranet. And this is the cool thing is it's not bound to your accounts. You can we would of course take like Nifty keepers, but just for testing purposes, you will see that it works with all handles. And we again have some requirements that you can set up. For example, how many likes are required, how many replies, retweets, or quotes, and you can connect them with OR. So we can say 5, 5, 5. And if you have 5 likes, you will get this, will be eligible for the reward. Usually we have way higher rewards for tweet to earn because we have a higher cooldown for them too. But for testing purposes, let's attach to rewards. And this is basically everything that's required. Let's say create. And now everyone who mentions the Hydranet on Twitter and puts the tweet URL in the in this channel over here. So or we have a command which is called tweet to earn. And let me just do it. 1 second. So now
If someone's running a project, like it might not just be the Hydranet, it could be anyone. But if they get the white label solution, then they can hook up their own tweet to earn ecosystem essentially, using their own token.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And as you see, everything is highly configurable. So you don't have to use SIVA, you don't have to use our NFTs. You can use your own. You can use NFTs from your collaborations. You can use tokens from your collaborations, from your private pocket, from basically everywhere. And
Yeah, and there he
this is what we really want to focus on. So we are about making other projects successful. It's we of course have to watch out that we don't get left behind. But we really want to make other projects successful. This is really the main focus of SIVA, and of course, especially for the white label solution. And now that I've mentioned the Hydranet, I can go to the tweet to earn channel.
Yeah.
And just enter the tweet. It gets detected automatically. They will see that we have set up a reward for mentioning the Hydranet. And this should give us the rewards that we have set up in the backend. So there's the small EP package and the small XP package, and this is exactly what we have configured in the backend as the reward for mentioning Hydranet. And this works the same, for example, for comments. So you can say all comments that include, let's say, $HDN should get this is a comment restriction. This is something different. So you can, of course, restrict comments that get rewarded to accounts. So if you only want to reward comments for your own account, or if you want to have a rate, let's say we put in at the Hydranet, and we say slogan SIVA, and everyone who writes a comment in a Hydranet tweet that includes SIVA will get the reward. And or you can just say all comments just has to be a comment which includes $SIVA or $HDN will be eligible for the reward. And again, you can attach the rewards. You can have the requirements. You just click create, and we give you a small overview of the whole setup. And yeah, this is a quick rundown of everything. So we are deep into the development. We will have way more options, for example, for the tweets. If you go to the criteria, one will be random words, where you can just put in random words that someone has to mention in whichever order, and more requirement types and more supported blockchains. And yeah, this is basically it. So we are at the very beginning. This is where we basically started to enable everything. And we have a small overview of what you have currently set up. You can see the amounts of engagement point rewards that we have set up, and we have a quick link included too, so you can quickly move between A and B. The stats, the statistics that we have will be back, I think, within the next 2 weeks. They are on testnet too. We had a bug in the library that we used for the display of the data, and this is why we disabled it a few months ago. But everything is working now, and the stats will be back. And it depends on a few factors, but we want to have like an AI-based recommendation system that gives you a few tips and recommendations how you can push more forward with your project based on the engagement that you have on various channels. And that's basically it. We are in 238 servers, nearly 42,000 registered users, and 2.6 million rewarded engagements. We are in production for over 18 months. And there wasn't a single question that we haven't answered. So please feel free to just start with
Give
a
us
question
your
round.
best. Yeah. And with that, I guess we are ready. So if the Hydranet team has any pointed questions for Joe, they're more than welcome.
Thank you for the presentation. And really great to see all the numbers. So many active projects and user already watching your technology basically. So congrats on this.
Thank you.
So I have more or less two questions. The first question is about the account abstraction. You've been talking about this, I guess, in the past a bit. Maybe you can try to break it down why this is a game changer, more or less. I'm not very into the Ethereum community, so expect that I don't know much, and
No worries.
but I'm willing to learn more here.
Yeah, for sure. So the biggest problem that we currently have is that the private keys are static, and you cannot give a wallet address to another human without considering this wallet being basically breached, because you cannot regenerate this static key. It's called ECDSA, is the encryption algorithm. And what account abstraction allows you to do is to implement another authentication mechanism, so you don't have to rely on ECDSA, which is the static private key anymore, but you can have something like social login. And JWT tokens, which are used for authentication, authorization in the web, can now be used with smart contracts. And the cool thing is, we all know that there are a lot of dead wallets, being it the person not alive anymore, or someone just forgot about their private keys. And what this allows too, for example, is to have social recovery. Or if you have an illness like dementia, for example, you just forgot your keys. And this account abstraction is called 4337 account abstraction, removes these barriers. And the cool thing is, and why it's so game changing for SIVA, is that we currently need your wallet address. Let me quickly show you the command. Your wallet address to send you the crypto. Basically, this is the only reason. We of course have to verify the requirements, but the other thing is that we send you the tokens. This is why we have to know your wallet address, and you simply enter the command connect wallet, and you enter your wallet address over here, and this is all there is to it. You can verify your wallet, which is not a mandatory requirement right now, because we just think we have it in the system for at least 2 months when we invented the or deployed the vote to earn system. Because vote to earn, let me quickly show you this. we have asset-based voting. So if you go to votes and you click on new votes and you say asset-based, you can choose again, for example, you have to hold a specified amount of SIVA tokens. Let's say 1,000 is the cap. So what this means is everyone who holds 1 to 1,000 tokens will have this equivalent in vote power. But to not have a whale like overvoting everyone, you can have a max vote power. So if you hold 10,000 SIVA, you will have a vote power of 1,000 nevertheless. And because this should be reliable, we developed the wallet verification. And this can be done on our website. You see that it's verified, and it requires you to only sign a message, so not a transaction. This is of course important. You don't have to never sign a transaction with SIVA. But you already see it's kind of tedious, and if you are new to Web3, you don't even know what a wallet address is. It might get quite tedious, and it's a steep learning curve if you want to get into it. We have AI implemented in SIVA 2, so you can ask, for example, what is a wallet address, and can learn through SIVA and AI what Web3 is, and you can get closer to it. But it's I think the future, and really the main foundation of the next bull run even will be account abstraction, because you don't need to have all this technical knowledge to set something up, because we can generate a wallet address for you which is coupled to, for example, your Discord account. And if you want to withdraw, we withdraw to this wallet, so you don't have to connect a wallet at all. And this is where Hydranet comes in. And I just was on the account. You can go to balances, and you can withdraw web-based too. So you can go here to withdraw, and you can do the same what we did in Discord right here, and say we want to withdraw 1,000 SIVA from the web. And this sends it to your so-called EOA, what is, for example, MetaMask. And the account abstraction basically allows us to create what's called a smart wallet, which is basically a wallet on chain, and with all the added benefits that I just talked about, that we have other ways to authenticate transactions and to sign transactions without having the user to basically to interact at all. We will have, of course, a few security measures, but you don't have to use your EOA, for example, to send some funds from A to B. And where Hydranet comes in is that we, of course, want to use the trading features, which is more on a later point on a roadmap. The first thing that we want to make a reality is that you can choose which tokens you want to send to another person. So basically tipping and transferring in Discord and in our web-based backend. But mainly this is, of course, for Discord, that if you want to, let's say I want to send NEC 0.5 ETH, but I only have 0.1 Bitcoin. It's tedious to go all these routes to just send him some ETH.
Oh yeah.
And we really believe that we want to have it as easy as possible. I want to
You'd have
choose
like
the source
2
currency.
gas fees plus the trading fee, and it's this huge
And,
nightmare.
you have to leave the client. You have to sign weird transactions. It feels really uncomfortable for most users. And we want to provide another approach, and making a friend of us and a team member from SIVA compared it to sending emails. Just imagine if you cannot send emails from Yahoo to Gmail to Gmail or to AOL or to something else, or it just makes no sense. And this is what the blockchain ecosystem or the whole Web3 space should be too. It should be just choose the option, and not it's not about the way, it's more about the end result. And this is what we want to achieve with the Hydranet implementation. That we want to keep it as simple as you just saw, that you can just engage, you enter a command, maybe just click a button soon, and everything that what you have to do online and sign sign transactions, go to different sites for swapping bridging, will be automatically done for you in the background. And yeah, I haven't come across a more mind-blowing solution than Hydranet, and this is why I'm so stoked to see the progress, to see the API, and to see the new autonomous GUI-less or UI-less implementation. This is basically all I need. I can hook up the rest into it, and I just want to have Bitcoin available as a withdraw option for our users. You can really choose. As you saw in the withdraw command or in the balance command, it's basically the same tokens. This is what we currently offer. There will be way more soon, but we want, and there's currently not really a way to have Bitcoin there. But with Hydranet, it's possible to have Bitcoin as a withdraw option. And not only this, with account abstraction, you can even send it and receive it within Discord just by entering a few commands. And yeah, this is, I think, as cool as it can get. I hope this answered your question.
Yeah, thanks a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
I guess I still need to do a lot more reading, because I'm not sure like where the actual limitations of account abstractions will be, or like attack vectors, but sounds really promising. So yeah, thank you for the deep dive. And I guess you already answered my basically second questions I had at the very end. Because yeah, I mean, how the users or your users could store Bitcoin, but I guess with account abstraction, it will be somewhat possible too.
Yeah.
Or
Exactly. Yeah, I will look into some more Bitcoin libraries very soon. But I think it should be pretty much the same approach.
all
And we see
right.
native account abstraction in a lot of chains. For example, Polkadot and I think Cardina. And a lot of chains have native account abstraction basically built into their blockchains because it's as you can imagine, it's really baked hard into the blockchain technology. This verification system and all this transaction signing, and there are other solutions that require a change to the Ethereum source code. So it's not really an option to just have it in a quick way. This takes way more preparation to launch it natively. And yeah, this is why I'm really excited about account abstraction. And I think we can even come up with a way that we can abstract it away, the Bitcoin wallet, abstract it away for the users too. So you will just have the balance as everyone else. And this is really the end goal, that we want to treat everyone equally, and but we want to have, of course, the godfather, of course, of blockchains and all other top 10 blockchains in our ecosystem.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, yeah, nice. Yeah, thank you. But I guess no further questions from my side. Maybe Fide have some questions. If not, you can shoot, and then we can take care of a few community questions.
Yeah, that'll be community questions will be next if you guys don't have any more.
Yeah, no questions from me. Really impressed with your work.
Thank you. Likewise.
All right. Well, if that is the case, then we shall start to dive right into community questions. Community's favorite time. Every time. Okay. Starting with... Oh, we got a bunch here. All right. We'll start with Doomer. Doomer asks, while all these other big projects were trying to quit, we're trying to exit in the never-ending bear run, how did you guys keep your chins up and continue building? What was the motivator?
Yeah,
I think that's for everyone.
Go ahead, Joel, please.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Of course, I can also only speak for myself, but especially with Hydranet, yeah, it makes so much sense. So if it wouldn't make that much sense, what we're trying to build, what we're trying to achieve, basically, maybe we would have quit too or given up. But yeah, interacting with Bitcoin on chain, interacting with Ethereum on chain, doing a Uniswap trade on Ethereum layer 1, and you just pay like 50 USD in ETH for the fees. Yeah, it really motivates you to build a better solution. And I mean, we can't deny that Bitcoin is incredibly huge market cap, incredibly huge mining industry. And yeah, we want to bring this part into the quite good connected EVM-based world. Yeah, I mean, we have a few competitors, which basically is only 4chain right now. They are doing everything on chains right now. I guess 4chain swap is about 50 to 100 USD just in blockchain fees. And yeah, we are working on a solution to have way less fees. And yeah, long story short, meaning basically seeing the potential and that it's so needed and so like sensible was keeping our heads up, I'd say.
Yeah, awesome. Basically same for us. So we haven't really had a single voice against the whole idea of SIVA. Everyone is really crazy about it because there's no other solution like this on the market currently. And yeah, this is, I think the community members are really what keeps us going too. So when you jump into the Discord and see everyone is just satisfied and happy with the system, and I think this motivates too. That it's a huge motivator every morning to check all the communities. And yeah, because I think it really just makes sense, and we see already a lot of people, a lot of projects having huge success by implementing Engage to Earn and to engage their community members and make them actually aware of the whole system. And I think it's the ease of use that is really the killer feature of SIVA. As you just saw, you have to join a Discord server, you have to write something. That's all you have to do to earn crypto. And this is, I think it can't get easier. And we are always so focused on ourselves and on the whole space, and everyone knows what a wallet address is, that we forgot that 95% of other population doesn't even know that Web3 exists. And this is where we really want to dig in. And yeah, as I said, having Bitcoin on board is another killer feature that we could provide through Hydranet. This is why the collaboration is so important for us.
Oh yeah. And Doomer's second question, he take a look at Hydranet's roadmap and asks if future test nets will be incentivized.
Not sure about this yet, but most likely not, because I mean, we don't have our own test net. We are using public test nets, as you've seen today. So we have the closed
that's
beta group,
true.
of course,
Mhm.
and they are a bit incentivized, and they get some small rewards. But yeah, it's nothing for like airdrop hunters or stuff like this, because they really need to input time and give good feedback to help us pushing the product. Because I guess he's referring to, like, I don't know, a lot of other layer 2s or layer 1s which have incentive test nets, but we are just using the Ethereum or Bitcoin testnet, and so that's not really our own testnet. We're just using it to test the technology we're building.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's asking from the context of being an airdrop hunter. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Next question from Sakuna, who asks, how does Hydranet's WebDex not only enhance user experience, but also open doors for seamless integration with other platforms, showcasing its versatility and potential impact on the crypto landscape?
I mean, how we're doing it is regularly simplifying the UI. We will have for the simple swap UI, we already have this in Cortex, but it's not like working 100% bug free. And of course, for web decks, we can want to build it from the ground up and have it. It will be also a bit easier regarding Lithium because you don't need to have channel creation text stuff like this. But to keep the UI as simple as possible. And as we are building everything like from the very start, of course, we have some reference implementation from the current core decks. But nevertheless, we want to have it like really simple. For example, we will also have QR codes supported, which is, I guess, quite nice if you want to send something from mobile. If you want to scan something quickly, you can, use the QR codes, which is improving the tools and the user experience a lot. And we will just keep on doing this. We also already implemented notifications for the users to like understand what's going on, and being available on mobile phones, on maybe app stores. I guess app stores are quite a difficult task, but you can of course offer some kind of downloadable application for iPhone and Android mobile phones nevertheless. And you can also just like enter an URL and then you can interact it, and this should make it quite easy to interact with all the different chains and blockchains and crypto ecosystems. If you just have one currency, you want to go to the next, you press swap, and then the channels, everything is moving in back end. You just see like a sand clock, and it's slowly moving, and then the swap is done, and suddenly you've moved from Bitcoin to, I don't know, Polygon, because you feel fancy. And that's basically what we're aiming for.
Awesome. Sakuna's second question is for SIVA. Could you elaborate on SIVA's strategic roadmap for possibly harnessing the power of Hydranet's API? Specifically, how would the integration plan unfold within a SIVA Engage to Earn ecosystem that would underline the strategic synergy between the two platforms? Wow, what a question. I just got to call that out.
Oh,
Amazing.
As I said, it will provide even more streamlined and abstracted away user experience. So for users who don't really are into Web3, this will be the way to use Hydranet. And as I said, we have to still check all the use cases that we have. What we can, of course, envision is that we can provide in any way liquidity to Hydranet, and our users that earn the tokens through engagement can stake into this liquidity pool. And this will be like having real rewards for basically providing the liquidity. And this is one of the things. The other thing is, of course, and I think this is maybe a bit cooler, that you can really send crypto in any form and color that you think of. And this will be mainly powered by Hydranet, not for all chains, not for all EVM chains, but I think for all chains that are supported by Hydranet, we will use Hydranet for. And for all chains that are not currently supported by Hydranet, will be our own implementation. And everything will be abstracted away in our backend. So we have one single source of truth. This is our backend. This is our API. And this is where everything comes together. And we want to abstract the handling away as much as possible, that it's basically a one-click operation to trade or to swap or to stake. This is our strategic goal, basically.
Yeah, and one of my motivations in bringing this partnership together, the potential collaboration even, is essentially writ large, visible in the airdrop bot that we're using to sort of share some of this Arbitrum ETH with the community. I wanted to include Polygon Matic along with this Arbitrum that we're airdropping. But unfortunately, because of technical difficulties and the centralization of the application, I'm not actually able to do that in the way that I had originally planned. Now, you guys whose questions I'm reading, you're still going to get rewards, obviously, but I have to send them directly to you through the wallet instead of actually distributing it on Discord through the chat as part of sort of the community conversation like I originally wanted to. And that's a problem that's caused by the centralization of this app. Now, I love this little bot. I love this app. But what you guys have put together, I think would be even better than what we're seeing here. I just kind of had to call
and it's
that
not
out.
even and it's not even, as I said, really focused on Discord. It's just one client that we support. So on basically all clients that allows us to have some kind of event handling and let us do some commands is where we will have the full package. Which means, for example, the next thing will be Telegram, for example. Of course, Telegram is huge in Web3, and I'm not a big fan of it. But it gets better with every day of development, to be honest. And another thing is that I'm quite technical. So I'm a full stack developer for over 25 years. And the MEV bots and all these kind of things that Hydranet will have soon is, of course, another thing that we look into for our community so that we can feed it back into the ecosystem.
All right. Our next set of questions comes from Kratos, who asks, from a technical standpoint, how precisely does Hydranet leverage layer 2 off-chain protocols like Connext Vector and Lightning Network to facilitate frictionless trading between Bitcoin and EVM-based blockchains in its layer 3 trading platform?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the trading only happens off chain, and for this we use the Bitcoin Lightning Network for Bitcoin, and for basically every other asset we are using Connext Vector, which will get replaced sooner or later by our own state channel solution, which is called Lithium. And yeah, so by this, basically we're combining these more or less incompatible cross-chain state channel protocols, and making sure by using HTLCs, hash time blocks, to make sure that like the users only like get if you buy Ethereum, that you only get Ethereum if you've really sent your Bitcoin. And that's how we're leveraging these two networks, by basically combining them. And as far as this isn't really possible or no one else has done it, that's what we're basically doing. Yeah.
That's the secret sauce. All right. The second question from Kratos. Regarding the upcoming web version of the Hydranet DEX, what advanced features and capabilities could users anticipate, and how does the incorporation of in-house EVM off-chain protocol Lithium elevate the trading experience?
I guess I can start, and Fede can take over, because Fede has put a lot of time into Lithium. But I guess we've already mentioned a few points, especially regarding user accessibility. It will be like a factor of 100x, 1000x of users we can reach from like a Windows only downloadable application, or Linux too, but not many people use Linux, to like accessible on mobile phones, on app stores, on also on Mac OS and Android and mobile phones, stuff like this. Is like one big benefit. And also, as you've seen at the very beginning, the syncing time is so much faster. Lithium will be cheaper and faster, but maybe Fede can give a few more info to this. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. So Lithium, compared to other already existing payment channel protocols in the EVM world, is way cheaper, and has also some additional functionalities that allows you to, for example, both deposit some funds to your side of your channel, and also deposit some funds on the counterparty side, so the peer can deposit some funds also on the other side of the channel in one single on-chain transaction, so that you don't have to wait confirmation of two different transactions for depositing in the two parts of the channels, but you can do the same in one single transaction. So this saves saves gas costs, and so this allows, for example, for some swaps on the same blockchain. So let's say a user wants to buy some Ethereum with USDT on Arbitrum, for example. Then with a single on-chain transaction, he can deposit on his side of the channel the USDT. The counterparty, so the other peer, can deposit Ethereum on the other side of the channel, and then they can perform the swap off chain, and then they can close the channel and retrieve the funds back on chain if they want to. Otherwise, they can just let the funds off chain inside the channel, and then they can leverage all the very fast and cheap off-chain capabilities, and so they can make all the swaps that they want instantaneously and without paying gas fees.
Awesome. All right, next question from Andro, who asks, how did the development of the Hydranet DEX version Phoenix unfold in the lead up to its mainnet release? Could you guys share any insights into the process?
A bit difficult because the guy who has been working on this the most is Philip, and unfortunately he didn't make it today.
I was going to say
And
King
I'm not
Philip
deaf,
couldn't
so-
join us.
Yeah. And unfortunately I'm not a dev, so I can't answer too much it. But I guess to summarize, we've added testnet. We solved a few of 100 bugs, added, I guess, 200,000 lines of codes, removed about 100,000 line of codes, and I guess testing it on testnet and stabilizing swap success rate, removing unnecessary code, and adding Arbitrum and stuff like this. I guess this was like the biggest work, but unfortunately I'm like not the best guy to ask here. Maybe Fede can help us, can help me here a bit, because I'm like not I'm not a dev, so I can't answer this too good. Very good.
Yeah, so basically it was a lot of time spent on bug fixes, and so bug fixes. Then we also worked. Philip also worked on the bot API that now we will release also together with the in parallel to the Cordex. And we improved and stabilized the swaps. So we went from like a 90% swap success to almost 100% now. And so a lot of improvement. Also, we were able to make all the swap process faster. So reduce some time when doing swaps with the Connect network technology. So we did a lot of improvements, a lot of bug fixes, and now we are very happy with the current results.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew's second question is about play-to-earn minigames in SIVA. He wonders if we could elaborate on how the games work and how users earn rewards through them, although we did kind of touch on that earlier.
Yeah, it's really that you can go to SIVA GG, click on Explore, and there you see all the projects that have a white label solution. So they have their own engage to earn ecosystem. And you can visit their profile. And as I said, what you earn are these payback points, the engagement points. And then you can go to balance and you can withdraw these into cryptocurrency again, as I showed in the demo. And we will have way more mini games very soon. Hopefully AI powered. I have a few cool ideas, but also a few non-AI powered ones. And we always want to be inclusive as inclusive as possible. So this will be mini games that will be able to that you will be able to play with your community, and even web-based. So it will be streamed to the back end, and you will have a new games button in the back end where you can play the games. If you are not in Discord, you can play them web-based. And these are the same mechanisms that apply to adding reaction in Discord. You receive a reward if you have won the slot machine, for example, or the high-low game. You will receive the engagement points as a reward, and you can enter the balance in Discord again, and you can see that you have the updated balance in Discord if you have won in the web, and vice versa. So if you engage in Discord and you hit F5 on the website, you see that you have already more resources that you can play with.
Sweet. Okay. Next question from Cladhob, who asks, exciting news on breaking the $1 million daily trading volume mark. Oh man, did HDN exceed $1 million trading volume? That's awesome. I didn't spot that. Congrats.
Yeah, already saw it on Twitter. Congrats.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
Yeah.
so awesome. The user asks, can you tell me more about the improvements to the WebDex order book and how it would make trading better?
So yeah, the WebDex order book, or Fidya, do you want to start?
Yeah, okay, sure. So right now we are using an order book in the Cordex that allows to basically make some payments, some swaps, just between two peers and a single hop in the middle. So currently, all the peers have to be connected to the Hydranet hub to be able to perform swaps, and the order book basically checks for order matches, keeps of course record of all the orders, matches them, and then makes the peer communicate between each other to perform the swaps. With the new decentralized system that we are developing with the new WebDex, we want to make this even better. So we want to also decentralize the order book so that we can make multiple hubs that will be called Titans in our new decentralized network, so that all these Titans can run their own piece of software that is running this decentralized order matching engine. So all the Titans will be running this, and all the users can choose to connect to one, two, or all the Titans in the decentralized network, and this way they can basically do multi-hop payments and swaps between peers that are very far between each other in the Lightning and the Lithium network.
Excellent.
That's another thing we thought about. The Titans get I think a small fee for all processed transactions, and this would be one of the implementations that we thought about to set one up and to have our community provide to this Titan and feed the revenue back to the system.
Yeah, that would be great, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Cladhob's second question, if I'm interested in teaming up with SIVA, what's the lowdown on collaborating? Are there requirements for individuals or groups who are interested in being a part of the ecosystem? And how would that collaboration work to help build a supportive network?
Yeah, good question. We actually have many levels of collaborations, and we also have partnerships. And the difference is that everyone can collab with us. And we have actually a free version of SIVA, so you can go to SIVA.gg, invite it to your Discord server, and use it for free. We will have a premium version soon with higher payouts and higher rewards. And the next thing that I talked about is when you want to partner with us, what this means is that we provide your tokens through our public ecosystem. And there's a small fee involved, like 200 Matic to onboard the project. and then you are basically instantly available to over or like 42,000 people, and this gives really more exposure to projects. And this would be, for example, when we implement Arbitrum. I think this will be this year. Then we can provide, for example, HDN through our public ecosystem. And what we always ask the projects to is, because we had a lot of projects that wanted to have all their tokens on that Relay wallet, and we said that you normally you have tokenomics, and in these tokenomics you have an amount allocated to marketing, for example, let's say like 5%. And from these 5%, I would recommend to take a small amount for marketing purposes. This is really what SIVA is for other projects, is to get more eyes on them. And yeah, you can hit us up in our Discord at any time. Just create a ticket or say hi in the general chat. We are basically there 24/7. And yeah, everyone can call up with us. And for the partnerships, for the tokens, we have the only requirement that your token has to have quote unquote killer utility. This means it must be listed on a DEX, or it has to have some sense to it that just convinces the whole team, and then you don't have to have a liquidity pool. But the reason is that everyone expects to from crypto to have some kind of value behind it. And when we just provide tokens that literally have no value because they have no liquidity pool, and someone withdraws into this token, they are just not satisfied and maybe unhappy with a whole ecosystem. And this is what we do not want to provide, of course. And this is why we are glad to meet awesome other really trustworthy projects like Hydranet.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a good way to put that, actually. Okay, next question from Cap Cosmos. Addressing the recent Discord link incident is crucial. What steps have been taken to prevent similar incidents, and how is the community being informed about these enhanced security measures? I believe this user's referencing a hacked account somewhere.
I think what he might refer to is that you can have links displayed differently in the chat than what the current URL is. But this was available for Discord for a pretty long time. And you should always think twice where you click when it's not really an official link. So I don't think it's really a security issue, because and you can check the URL when you click on a link, it gets shown, the real URL gets revealed. So I don't really think it's a link security issue in Discord. And it just makes sense. It's I think we use it in HTML ever since, that you can have a link that has a source it points to, and you can name this link whatever you want. It just makes the text more readable, and that you should double check all links. I think this should be known by everyone here, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. There's a lot of link poisoning and sort of shady stuff going on. So,
and even address poisoning is what we see too. When you have two wallet addresses that have the same first 4 digits and the same last 4 digits, and on the first glance, everyone just checks the first and the last ones. And if it's a match, you get drained and you don't even know why. And it's sad, but it's reality. Yeah.
Okay. Cap Cosmo's second question. You mentioned SIVA as being amplified by AI capabilities. How does artificial intelligence enhance the overall user experience within the SIVA ecosystem?
It does not yet enhance the user experience. I think it's we have a command that I just showed you. We have the /ask SIVA command. And we use it really to bring people into Web3 and not always explain what a wallet address is, what a blockchain technology is for a 4-year-old, basically. And this is what we use it for. And I think user experience, maybe it's a little bit user experience because you don't have to go to a browser to ask it. You can do it directly in Discord and have the feedback of the community about the question and the answer that you get. but we have way more plans using AI in our whole ecosystem. For the first thing, we want to work with called ARC, where NEC is involved too. It's an AI-based security scanner where we can
Oh yeah, I'll plug
scan
that
the
into
smart
all of y'all.
contract.
I'll plug that into anyone here who wants it. You just say the word.
Yeah, it just makes sense, you know. And we can with AI technology we can scan a smart contract and allow it into the ecosystem or not. We will have AI-based recommendations, as I just said a few minutes ago, for projects to have basically recommendations what they can do better to get more traction for their projects. And another thing is what I really look forward to is that we will have some AI-powered games, community games. And it always depends a little bit on the funding that we have for SIVA. That we can. I want to have images, for example, that you can have a generated image for all the sceneries. But this is there are quite a lot of costs already involved for driving the whole ecosystem currently, and yeah, we have to make it sustainable, and this is our current mission.
Okay. Oh my, these questions are just so good. Okay. Next question from Sushi and Dinosaurs, looks like. For Hydranet, I'm curious about the new reputation system. How exactly does it work, and how will it help to improve governance on Hydranet?
Yeah, I can try to handle this a little bit since I'm not the greatest on the technical side of the decks and all, but I've been working closely with one of our guys, Jay, who's been helping us develop any kind of system that could help decentralize decision making for the project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we explained quite a bit about the ELO system and what our goal was in the end. Of course, it's also in the discussion phase. It is being tested in an off-chain environment currently, and of course, we will have to improve, modify based on the feedback that we get from the community. But the goal is to have a way to waitlist people for Titans, waitlist people for Guardians, so that way the team doesn't actually have a centralized say in it. It's more the individuals and the impact that they have on the DAO.
Okay. So it's, in that sense, it's sort of like a scaling system.
It's like a merit-based system, yes. That the more involved you are, the more that you push the DAO in a positive direction, the more your ELO will reflect that.
Okay. Any tips or tricks we should know before about the ELO or is it it's still, I guess, in development, isn't it?
Yeah, this is in development, of course, and things can be changed and modified as we go.
Yeah. So this info is not final, everyone. There's going to be adjustments made.
Yeah, but we feel it's a good step in the right direction, especially for all the goals that we have in mind too. So, depending on how this plays out in an off-chain environment, we can always try it on-chain and see how that plays out, and then we want to incorporate that into our a form that we would have for any kind of proposals or anything like that for community members. So that way, there's an actual threshold that you would need to meet with ELO in order to submit proposals. So that way, qualified individuals from the DAO community would be granted access to support proposals and try to perpetuate the project in a positive direction.
Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely what I liked about the ELO idea the first second I heard it. Okay, Sushi's second question for SIVA. As someone who loves creating content, I'm curious if you can break down the benefits, the real benefits that I'd get as a content creator from actively using either SIVA's public version or the custom version? How does it change the game for engagement on social media?
I think good question. This is I think it's in the nature of all humans that everyone wants to be rewarded for their time they do anything. And I think this is the biggest argument why it works. So, for example, if you create content, you could, with a white label solution, you could set it up and reward someone who comments beneath your tweets even more. So this pushes the tweets in the algorithm, of course, way higher if you have a lot of communication in the comments. And with SIVA, as you saw, you can really fine granularly control where you want to reward what to whom, basically. And I think this is what you can use with a free version already. But then you, of course, have a few features not available, like that you cannot set up custom tweet to earn. You can only use the slogans and the settings that we have set up. But it already works really well for all Web3 focused discourse, I would say, or projects that they have SIVA, and really just to bring more engagement to the whole community, and that they know when they write something in your community, they receive a reward for it. And this is really what we want, is not to be in your face. So we don't create like 20 channels and ping you everywhere. You can, as I said, you can even opt out of the notifications for rewards. We really want to be this good feeling, this subconscious feeling that you have, that you just get something for doing something. This little good feeling. And what we really hear from our community members is that they tend to feel this kind of emptiness when they are in a Discord where SIVA is not, because they don't have this, even if it's just this little feeling, it really is like a wave, when you, if you will. The first days everyone hits the balance command and engages and tries to break the system. After a few days everyone
They've
just
realized they can't
realizes
do it.
that you cannot break it, and what they are left with is that they receive the rewards. So they get rewards basically for actively participating in spreading your content. And I think this is the killer feature that we have, and that you can't really find anywhere else. This is, I think, the cool thing. Without having, for example, with Zeely, you can have like these quests, and a lot of projects come to us after they have finished Zeely, because if you have done a quest five times, it just gets boring. And SIVA is never really finished. We are just there, sitting in the background, giving you this good feeling, and this is what we focus on from the engagement and the reward perspective.
Okay. Next question from Sage. In the discussion about Hydranet's innovative web decks, can you provide insights into the key features and capabilities that differentiate it from the desktop version, and how it sets the stage for versatile integration? Tough.
Fadi, do you want to start, or should I start?
Yeah, I can start. So, well, of course, a web wallet is way simpler for a user that is new to our technology than a desktop wallet, because he doesn't have to download anything. He can just open a website, and then he can basically access his wallet immediately. Moreover, with the web wallet, we can, as I said before, with our new in development external signer extension, the user can also access the wallet in a read-only mode, and just so that he can see all the balances, all the channels, all the transaction history of his wallet, without putting at risk his funds, because he doesn't have to input the mnemonic. He won't have to input the mnemonic anymore. So in the demo, of course, I showed that to initialize the node you had to input the mnemonic, but once this external signer extension is finalized, then he won't have to do it anymore. And also the web wallet is way quicker than our current Cordex wallet to sync for the initial sync. And the user can, of course, use the web wallet both from his desktop or from his mobile smartphone, and so he can access his wallet from anywhere. And yeah, so I think these are the main benefits of this new technology.
Sweet. Sage's second question. Considering the future of blockchain transactions as discussed in the event, can we provide any insight into how Hydranet and SIVA envision simplifying complex operations and unlocking new possibilities in the blockchain space? God, what a 3-point question here.
Yeah, let me get this one. I think it's what we mainly already talked about, that we want to abstract away all the technical complexities that go even with a web-based wallet. This is for, let's say, medium knowledge users. We really want to, especially with a collaboration with SIVA, we want to really make it, as I said, a one-click thing that you can send. If you have Ethereum, you can send NEC 1 Bitcoin. And you can just choose the source currency and the target currency, choose the amount, and that's it. So there's no, not even transaction signing involved when we have account abstraction. And so this will be, I think, abstracting the technical things away. Has proven successfully for a long time. If you look at PayPal, for example, they were so successful. You just had to put in an email address to send money and choose the amount, click send. You don't have to sign transactions or swap, bridge something. So it's all about ease of use. And we want to be the most easiest to use Web3 project out there, what we currently already are. And we want to at least do our best to implement the whole Hydranet technology in our clients, so everyone can participate in this technology without really knowing what's going on behind the scenes, and without creating an account somewhere, because you can use social login. Yeah, this is the from our side what we will what we envision.
Very cool.
Yeah, I guess I can keep short. Abstracting as much as possible for the user. So the user has to do like 1 or 2 clicks if he wants to swap, and not like having to click, I don't know, 20 things to get there. Is, yeah, so basically what the other Joe said, simplifying, putting a lot of the stuff, if possible, into the back end, automate a lot of stuff. Try to use algorithms and AI where it's like useful and sensible, to do some automatic tests, and everything else should be abstracted for the user.
You'll get no disagreement from me, Jones. All right. Next question from Lucy, who asks, how about some more SIVA utility? Like if we could use it for governance votes.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, we have vote to earn, and we have asset-based vote to earn in a fair way. As I said, we have this whale protection, that you cannot just have someone who has 100,000 HDN, for example, overvote someone who has 1,000. And you always have to have an eye on fairness, in my opinion. So you have to reward someone who holds token, but if you hold more, you have to reward them more, but up to an extent. And so yeah, then it's already that you can have so many use cases with SIVA. It always depends on the project. If you think about, for example, a game where you have like 5 resources like stone, water, gold, or whatever, like 5 resources, you can have them as a token on chain, and you can reward your community through engagement on social channels with the resource that you use in your game. So you can effectively onboard people to your game, without any requirements. And so there are already so many use cases for so many projects. We tick a lot of roadmap milestones for a lot of projects, especially with the play to earn games now online, and the voting system, the DAO system. So every project that promised DAO voting basically has it out of the box with SIVA.
And that goes straight into Lucy's second question, which I have some thoughts on. But Lucy's second question is, when HDN or SIVA included in TIP-CC, why not?
I think I already answered the question. Because
I've got
TIP-CC
thoughts on that question.
It's a highly centralized system. They use a custodial wallet to store your tokens. That's a no-go for us. And we already have the tipping function in SIVA, so you can enter the command /tip and tip engagement points to other users. And this is where we will hook into Hydranet, for example, too. So you can tip not only engagement points, but you can tip real crypto to other users. Another command will be transfer, what you all know from a transfer from basic wallets. So we will have basically all basic functionalities of a wallet inside of Discord. And you can control it with buttons or with commands. And no, TIP-CC, I don't think it's not on our roadmap, to be honest.
I
Yeah, as far as I know,
understand.
on Hydranet, we don't have any plans to integrate HDN right now there too, but that's something more for multisig and not for me. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of the Hydranet people be community members anyway be super game on that. But when in conversation, quite the opposite. For the same reasons that Joe outlined.
Yeah, and with SIVA, the cool thing is with account abstraction, we solve this problem that TIP-CC has. So as I already showed you, we do not keep custody of the tokens. For example, if HDN wants to provide HDN through SIVA, we do not take custody of the tokens. They create their own relay wallet and they keep 100% custody of it. And when we implement account abstraction, you have your own wallet where you store your tokens on your wallet that you want to tip to someone else. And it's not that we have this giant wallet where everyone stores their tokens on. And I don't think I could sleep at night when we have this concept. And this is the cool thing about SIVA. Everything is non-custodial and will remain non-custodial even when we have this automated tipping where you can tip cryptocurrency to someone else. And just non-custodial and I think way faster.
All right. Our next question comes from Blur Rev. Good to see you, Blur, who asks, where did the funding for these projects originate? And were any of the devs involved in developing any other successful protocols before you guys worked on these?
Yeah, so should I start or would you go first, Joe? Okay. The main funding comes from my brother and me, the co-founder Lars. He's in the audience. He wanted to be here, but he's still in a traffic jam. And yeah, this is what we paid basically the whole development behind it. And that's what was the second part of the question?
The second part is so that's where the funding originated. Were any of the devs involved in doing any other successful protocols before you worked on this one?
Okay, protocols, not really. So I'm in IT for over 25 years, as I said. I worked as an IT security auditor for KPMG for 7 years. So I come from the IT security and development area. And Lars and me, we were literally one of the first 10,000 people who deployed a website back in the days, like this website things. And it has morphed into into Web3 basically now. And so we have been always there, but I think the main reason why we haven't done some more or less successful protocols in the past is that we worked under NDA for other projects and for other companies, and basically helping them being successful with our development. And this is why we don't really have something that we can prove from the past. Besides the company that we still have, where we we do web design and online shops, which is like one of the main businesses for I think 15 years. What we do, when we not work for other companies, but then we are involved in the development team, and then of course we have to sign NDAs, and we cannot talk about which projects or the implementation that we took care of.
Okay. Our final question from Blur Rev. Do you guys have any connections with developers on existing blockchains and projects who could help to integrate and promote your projects to the broader audience? Well, that's kind of partly why we're here, is widening and broadening all of that. And obviously, I'm interested in facilitating every connection I can facilitate.
So I'd start here. Not that much yet, but we have a few guys who are familiar from GMX with our stuff. I had some DMs with them back and then. Fede is doing great work, and so he was also one of the authors of the latest LDK release. And they really like what we are doing there, and already offered to help us increasing our audience and like getting more attention once we feel more confident, and especially once we have the web wallet out. And with all the LDK guys seem to be really supportive, so I guess we can see some leverage there.
All right, there's only 5 sets of questions left to go before we're all done. All right, next question from Lobster Guns. How would the demise of Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, or any of the other major social medias, how would those dying affect SIVA's roadmap?
I didn't really understood the first part, to be honest.
Oh, say X died, right? You've been developing sort of this engagement thing for tweets and for Twitter, X. Let's say that website died tomorrow. How would that affect your plans?
Yeah, that's the cool thing, that we from the very beginning did not focus on one special service, website, or client. This is why we have the single source of truth is our API, and we can plug basically all services or everything that lets us measure engagements. For example, we will have soon on-chain engagements. You have events that can be fired from contracts, and you can enter them in our backend. You can reward events on-chain. And so everything that can be rewarded, imagine if you go to a concert and you authenticate with your NFT, we can directly send the fan printed on demand merchandise to their address. And so we can basically just plug in and out all social media services that lets us measure their engagements. And for example, WhatsApp, why we cannot access WhatsApp in any way. This is why we cannot deploy on WhatsApp. As soon as they have something like an API or a bot system available that lets us measure engagements, we can hook into them. So the only thing that, of course, would be a second time not too cool for the team, because we witnessed this, we had it with the first tweet to earn implementation that worked beautiful for 2 months. Then the old token got revoked, and it was a little bit of little bit devastating because we put, I think, 2 or 3 weeks with 12 hours per day in the development, and seeing it work for 2 months and then shutting down for reasons we can do nothing about. They just completely shut down the API basically. It's not a good feeling. But we, as I said, we are not dependent on Twitter or on not even on Discord to keep SIVA working. We just have to adhere to the situations, and we are already looking into way more clients that we can hook into, like Slack, for example. If you're familiar with this, we will have YouTube soon. We will have Twitch soon, and this is, I think, it doesn't really affect us in any way, because when Twitter dies, we have way other problems than being not able to reward someone. We have many other services like what's this on Polygon? A lot of social networks popping out of nowhere nowadays, that are open to public and that lets us measure their engagements. And we are already in talks with a lot of them. What we will provide is an SDK for our system too, so you can create your own client and hook into our system with your own services, whatever this is. Maybe a game, an in-game chat, for example, or on a DEX when someone deposits something, whatever. You can basically reward, as I said, everything what's a human engagement. And yeah, so we are not really. It would be really sad to lose this social channel. But with the current implementation, it's pretty rock solid. There's only one thing that can happen that, but I don't want to talk about it because it's maybe doomed when I talk about it tomorrow.
I
It's
understand. Yeah, I understand.
So it's we as I always said a few months ago, we are not really stoppable. As soon as we can have public data, we can reward it. And yeah, this is what we said. This is what we did, and we deployed 2 weeks ago. It works really beautiful and secure, so you don't have to give us access to your Twitter account. You just have to tweet a short activation code. You enter this activation code in Discord, and you can delete the tweet afterwards. And there's no security concerns at all attached to the verification being public. But we don't need access to your Twitter account. This is, of course, the from a security perspective, the best situation we can be in. And yeah, this is. And as I said, we can hook up into everything that lets us measure engagements. For example, even with Hydranet, if you use their system and you trade, and they emit a trade event, they can reward the community members with engagement points. And we already have a solution for being full Web3. But as I said, it's against the terms of services of many social media, and it will be like a on your own. Beware of this setting, basically, that you only enable it when you really know what you are doing. And
alrighty, guys, we have just a couple of questions left until rewards. I'm getting some pings from team members that they're going to have to go soon, so I'm going to try to kind of blaze us through this real quick. Arthax asks, are Hydranet users, or excuse me, is the HDN team aware and prepared for current Security and Exchange Commission regulations? And do you guys have any steps that you're going to take if the exchange traded fund decisions that the SEC is making go a different way?
I'm not sure yet what the SEC is currently especially talking about, but as we are not centralized exchange, many rules luckily don't apply to us, and especially as we never have any asset of the users holding, so we just like offer a few routes, and long term. This will be a question that every Titan has to decide on his own. What security measures, especially he wants to implement. As far as I know, we have implemented some OFAC, OFAC compliance lists, because we don't want to, deal with like North Korean or Iranian stuff. especially as we are like just growing up, and once it's
Yeah.
more decentralized, one Titan might to decide to be very strict, and the next Titan might be a bit more relaxed. So long term, that's what we are aiming for, to have it really decentralized with all positive and negative aspects.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
another aspect
That's
about
cool.
our project too is we're a DAO. So
Yes.
the DAO will own the code, and the DAO makes the decisions and the votes. So there's not a centralized person or group of individuals that they can pinpoint that says they're responsible for making these. No, it was a DAO, and there's been plenty of other DAOs out there who have made decisions in the past involving exchanges, and they couldn't really go after a DAO for this reason. And in talks with legal as well, it's very important that we continue to have a DAO structure and that our governance incorporates the voting rights of all those DAO members. So the team doesn't actually make the decisions. We can make a proposal, but the DAO actually validates that and continues on. Just like with the hub, the DAO had to vote for a certain address to remain anonymous to run the hub. Once the DAO voted for that, it's no longer the address owner. It's the DAO who voted for that. So by putting liability onto the DAO protects everybody. And furthermore, having a foundation, which is in the works, is another protective wrapper that would help with that as well. So we're taking all the
Yes.
steps that we need to in order to get to a position to where we can continue to build and not be no one team member is liable for anything. Of course, the multi-sig being in control of any kind of funds, we doxed the foundation, and the foundation has our information. So if there was any kind of theft or anything like that, there would be responsible parties that could be pinpointed and involved to get those funds back. So we're building this out so that way the trust that the community has in the representatives is there, but the decisions rest in the DAO. And that's with anything that we do. Any major decisions that we do, the DAO votes for, and then we uphold that vote.
Okay. That brings me to, I guess, the final set of questions. DRX Typhoon asks, will there be complete opacity of the team, or will there be complete anonymity?
So for the Hydranet team, we like to keep our doxing to the foundation. We don't really want to dox publicly, of course, because there's been plenty of circumstances where that has ended extremely badly for those individuals.
Yes.
Especially with geographical areas that we're all in as well. Until these regulations clarify more, I think we'll continue on this path. But I think that we've done everything possible to make sure that the transparency for the foundation, for the DAO, continues on this path as well. So I think we're doing a fairly good job, unless we hear anything else from the community. But I think so far we've been doing everything correctly, especially with legal consult as well.
Do you guys have provisions for like big investors to help know where they're investing it? Anything like that?
Yeah, so that's where the foundation comes in.
Okay.
It would be a legal entity that they would, have more trust in, especially the
Gotcha.
location where we choose as well. It plays a big role in that. So we chose the
Yeah.
Cayman Islands to do our foundation, and it actually suits our needs well, and it's a well-known and established, um, you know, country
Absolutely.
that all other countries do business in.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right, and that brings us to the final question from Typhoon. There are a couple users whose questions I didn't have time to get to, but I skipped you only because the questions are easily answerable elsewhere. You guys are still eligible for rewards. Don't worry about that. Okay, final question. The problem of users who stay out of crypto, and especially of sort of new projects, would be their security. How are you guys ensuring that you're staying safe against DDoS attacks or any other kind of malicious cyber attack?
Yeah, I mean, we are using different stuff. We are using Cloudflare to protect ourselves from DDoS stuff. We are using security audits to secure the smart contracts as far as possible. We always have closed beta testers trying to break it. And especially, of course, for the WebDex stuff, we will need to spend a lot of time on trying to, to prevent some phishing and some other malicious scripts to avoid this stuff. It's not easy. So we should be
No.
honest. It's not completely easy. I guess just a few days ago, Velodrome, quite a known D app on Optimism, had some serious issues with their front end.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's not easy. But we try to do our best, having audits, having a Cloudflare protection, having different bug bounties, having beta testing sessions, which last some time to have multiple layers of security and to have the best outcome. In the end, a user should never input his seed phrase somewhere he doesn't know, and he also shouldn't doesn't accept any approvals in his wallet in MetaMask or whatever wallet he's using. And once he's doing this, he's quite on a good side. Always, of course, check the URL too. I guess if you bookmark hydranet.ai, every link you should click should be really safe. If someone else is coming with hydranet.finance, it's a scam. Hydranet.ai is the only legit page, and we try to really keep it safe. That's all I can say.
All right. And with that said, that is the end of the community Q&A portion. Thank you guys from both teams so very much for thoroughly answering the community questions. As always, all of this was captured on stream and on recording, so we will be uploading that to YouTube tonight. And with that said, I only need your help with one more thing, gentlemen, and that is, who are our 5 winners? They are in the pinned questions section, the pinned messages section. All of the pins are eligible. Everybody behaved themselves. I'm really proud of the community, so definite round of applause for all y'all D-gens out there. You guys behaved yourselves. I'm very happy. Nicely done. And these questioners are really, really good. So if there were any standouts that you guys think deserve rewards, definitely let me know, because there are more than a few here.
Are you saying that you want us to choose the individuals?
I generally ask the teams to help me because it creates less of a bias situation where I'm accused of, oh, you pick the same people every time or something like that. I actually try to pick different people every time if they leave it up to me. But usually I'll front load that duty to the team who's visiting to help me choose, because this is the hardest job I've got, honestly, is picking these winners. Because the questions are so good. The community is so good.
Let me offload it like this. So everyone who asks a question about SIVA will get a starter pass, and the 20 medic is up to you who you want to reward.
Oh well, I gotta spread that among our winners here. So we'll give 4 Matic each, to plus a nice bag of Hydranet to our winners here. But I gotta pick 5 winners who ask questions.
How about I pick 2, and I'll let the other guys pick some too, okay?
That's great. That'd be great.
All right. Sushi. And sorry if I butcher this, is Cloud Hob.
Okay, good choices. I don't disagree with either of those, so.
All right. And then I do have to head out now, so I appreciate you guys having us on, and I really did enjoy the conversation, and look forward to talking with SIVA more, okay?
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time, Wally. Have a great evening.
All right. You guys too.
All right. Well, Hydranet squad's picked a couple winners there. You got any winners for me, Joe?
Let's take Doomer.
Yeah. Doomer, good choice. We got
Lucy?
2 more winners to pick. Oh, Lucy, definitely a good choice. Appreciate Lucy's questions always.
And
Yeah.
the last one is up to you.
Oh, it's up to me? Okay. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, man. Oh, it's difficult. All right. You know what? All right. I think Sage will be the one because I really appreciated that Sage's questions were forward looking. Especially forward looking, thinking about like let's say this happened. Like everyone decides to integrate. Like what could that look like? What kind of possibilities could that unlock? All right, so these are our 5 winners. Congratulations, guys. Like, wow. I really appreciate this. If all our winners could send me a DM with their EVM self-custodial wallet, meaning TipCC isn't going to fly, then I will make sure that you guys are going to get your rewards. Now, it's important that you guys give me your self-custodial wallet because you can't send NFTs to smart contracts. You can't send NFTs to TipCC now. So yes, if all of our winners could please send me a DM with your MetaMask, your Trust Wallet, your self-custodial EVM, then we will make sure that you get your rewards because there is a special rewards package coming to all 5 of our winners this time. We really appreciate you guys. Absolutely banger, slam dunk, home run questions every time. I wish I only had enough crypto to just rain it on everybody just as much as I could. Like just make it rain. I'm working on getting more to make it rain, don't you worry. But wow, it has been an honor and a pleasure having you guys here. There's been so many great questions. Thank you to the Hydranet team for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Gotta go now too. It's getting late on my side and I'm barely alive. So thank you again for having us. Thank you for the good question community. And see each other soon and hear each other soon. So
that's right.
Have a nice day, have a nice night,
Definitely.
and thanks again.
Good night, good
you.
morning, good evening. Can you send us a consolation prize? Oh, wow. What a great event. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Absolutely
Thanks
legend.
for hosting, man. It was really enjoyed it really much. Just love it. How you handle everything.
And we'll be trying to have some more of these coming up soon here. But for now, take care, everybody.
Stay safe. Thank you.